Hello learners, welcome once again to today's discussion. Previously we looked at the introduction to the extraction of metals, and today we are going to look at the extraction of zinc metal. Remember, zinc metal is a metal which lies in the middle of the reactivity series, and therefore the method of extraction is reduction. So the method that we are going to use to extract zinc is reduction. Another point that we need to understand is the chief ore for the extraction of zinc metal, and we are told the flowchart below illustrates the extraction of zinc metal from zinc blende. Zinc blende is the chief ore for the extraction of zinc metal, and zinc blende is simply zinc sulfide. So we can look at the beginning of the flowchart. But before we continue, if you have just come across this channel for the first time, kindly take a second and hit the subscribe button. Our flowchart begins from zinc blende coming into the roasting furnace to react with the hot air, and from the roasting furnace we are going to have zinc blende, which is zinc sulfide, a solid, being burnt in air, which is a gas. For it to give zinc in air will give us zinc oxide, which is a solid, plus of course sulfur in air will give us sulfur 4 oxide, which is a gas. So we are coming down. We have from the roasting furnace where we have the zinc oxide and sulfur 4 oxide. Remember, we have one substance moving down as K, another one as J. J is sulfur 4 oxide because we are going to move down for us to be able to get zinc from the zinc oxide, and therefore K is zinc oxide. From the roasting furnace, we have zinc oxide and sulfur 4 oxide, so we are going to continue with zinc oxide coming into the heating furnace. So we take the zinc oxide, which is a metal oxide, then we reduce it with the incoming coke. Another name for coke is carbon, which is a solid. Coke takes up the oxygen so that we remain with zinc metal, plus of course carbon 2 oxide, which is a gas. From there we have L coming from the heating furnace, and L is the one that we are going to take to the condenser so that we can get zinc, and therefore we are getting zinc metal in form of vapor from the heating furnace because of the high temperatures, and therefore our substance L is zinc vapor, which is going to be condensed into liquid zinc for it to be taken into the storage. So let us go through the questions and see the solutions expected. The first question we have, name one other ore of zinc metal, that is apart from zinc blende. Which other ore can we use to extract zinc? And in this case we use calamine. Calamine is nothing other than zinc carbonate. You can see zinc carbonate contains zinc, and therefore we extract it. We extract zinc from calamine. Roman 2, give a chemical equation for the reaction in the roasting furnace. We have already done that. In the roasting furnace is where we have zinc blende being burnt in air. We have zinc sulfide, which is a solid, being reacted with air, which is oxygen, for us to get the zinc oxide plus sulfur 4 oxide, which is a gas. So we are going to balance the equation by writing 2 behind zinc so that we can balance the oxygens. The oxygens are going to be, we write 2 behind zinc sulfide so that we have 2 sulfurs. Then we write 2 behind sulfur 4 oxide, and then we write 3 behind oxygen so that the equation will be balanced. We are also supposed to do an equation for the reaction in the heating furnace. In the heating furnace is where we have zinc oxide, a solid, being reacted with coke, which is carbon, and this one gives us zinc metal plus carbon 2 oxide, which is a gas, which we have already done up here. So the next part, Roman 3, name substance J. We have already established that J is sulfur 4 oxide. Sulfur 4 oxide. Then K is zinc 2 oxide or a zinc oxide. Next, the next question that we have, explain the polluting effects of substance J. Substance J is sulfur 4 oxide, which can cause very serious environmental pollution. So we can say substance J, which is sulfur 4 oxide, causes acid rain, which corrodes metallic structures. It erodes stonework. Number 2, we can say increases soil acidity. Increases soil acidity, leading to what we call stagnant growth of plants. It can also kill the plants. 5. Why is it necessary to condense substance L? You realize substance L is zinc vapor, and therefore it has to be condensed into the liquid for storage. So the necessity here, it is to obtain liquid zinc from zinc vapor, because the temperatures in the heating furnace are very, very high, and therefore the zinc metal that comes from it is in vapor form. Roman 6, which other factory can be set near the zinc extraction plant? Remember, as a result of the extraction, we obtain sulfur 4 oxide, and sulfur 4 oxide can be used to manufacture sulfuric acid in contact process. So we can say a factory that manufacture of sulfuric 6 acid, or simply what we call contact process. Contact process is a process that manufactures concentrated sulfuric 6 acid. The last question under this flowchart, Give one use of zinc metal apart from galvanization. We already discussed galvanization as one of the methods used to control rusting in Form 1. So apart from galvanization, zinc metal can be used to make the outer casing in dry cells. Used to make the outer casing in dry cells. That brings us to the end of our flowchart. In case you have just come onto this channel, kindly subscribe so that anytime we do a video like this, you'll automatically be notified, and you can always feel free to share our videos to your colleagues so that they may also benefit from our tutorials.